Hi, so here I am in my ethical office, and I just wanted to show you around a little bit as I create programming for children and families and intergenerational life. I have collected a whole library of books that are based in racial justice, eco-justice, and peace building, ethical awareness, problem solving. And I've curated these books to bring consciousness to all of our processes and encouraging families to become comfortable here in this office that is full of couches and crafts and doll marches so that we can practice our social justice processes through the dolls, making signs for them, standing up for what we each believe in. And sometimes that means that children will make picture that includes, their name and tape it into the hand of one of the dolls that are here. And they're starting to relate to this question of how does a team work to stand up for values. So I just wanted to share this whole process with you all, this visual smorgasbord of education where children make choices to get involved with projects. This is an amplification of children's rights that we've been putting into action as an ethical mission here at Ethical Culture. And of course, always remembering that Earth is our home, our shared home, and that taking care of it is an ethical mission for all of us in dedication to all of us, including those of us in the future. What else do I want to show you? Just that it's a lot of fun in here to make a home for families where they can just nest, rest, and get creative around their values. So it's winter season and it's time for winter festivals. And so I plan these at Ethical Culture, our intergenerational winter gatherings, and I wanted to share some of the dilemmas and inspirations that have come up over the years as I have planned this experience for people in the darkest season of the year with the longest nights. And the often expressed eagerness for more warmth and more light to finally begin to grow with the changing relationship of earth and sun. And now here I am at Ethical Culture, standing with the death mask of the founder of Ethical Culture, Felix Adler, and really wishing to do him justice. Not just him, but his values even beyond his time. A lot of times in looking at our pasts, we have a kind of, I want to say forgiveness for the sexism and the racism that kind of pervades the languages of the past. But I think I hope that he would agree with me that we have to examine those languages and bring it all forward to much stronger consciousness. And we have had the benefit in my time of being alive to grow enormously on a lens of racial justice, a lens of earth justice. How to do this work of bringing these values through appropriate language, through examined language, through careful language, instead of just saying, oh, man means everyone because it always has, or gosh, no, it hasn't, but that's what we kind of mean. No, we changed the language for it. Then bringing this into a racially aware language where perhaps we speak about the solstice differently, and look at the ways in which the language of darkness and light have often actually held judgment in them that actually leaks over into the kind of judgment that persecutes people, that might not even intend to, but makes it very uncomfortable to be in a room where light is valued and darkness is denigrated. No, how do we bring a full value to all life, to all beings, in as conscious a way as our times allow us to do. So what I'm really trying to examine here is the question of how do we bring an anti-racism vision at the foundation of our gatherings with community, with ethical community, with humanist community? How do we bring this vision in not as an agenda, but as the assumptions upon which we build our programming? And how do we bring in a vision that is proactive about earth values as well, so that we're honoring humanity within all of our decisions and all of our gatherings? So let's talk about the issue of buying in this season, the holiday season, where commercialism runs amok, and we all have so much pressure, actually, and thereby justification to buy and buy and buy in order to, in the name of generosity perhaps, give and give and give. But statistics on holiday shopping say there's tons of gifts that get bought and touched once in life before they become part of the garbage of the world. Things that get touched once and then sit on a shelf for a lifetime. Why do we do this buying, buying, buying? And can we, instead of buying into the mythology of our shopping sprees, can we buy out of it? Can we create new mythologies, new visions, new ways to be generous? And this is a question that I feel like the earth is asking us, actually. I'm just feel like I'm channeling it, really. You know, our commercialism is literally threatening our lives. And yet we continue to think of it as our bounty and our generosity and our right and our way to celebrate. Asking people to stop buying in order to give is really hard. And I face this in my own communities, how hard it is. It's like all of a sudden I'm the spoiler of all the potential fun that could happen, the unknown of a gift. So I try to encourage new imagination around this. One idea that I love is the idea of green gift giving, where we might, in a sense, shop in our own houses for the things that are really wonderful and precious and need to be touched by somebody else in this world, need to be given a new life and a new way of being appreciated. And so actually giving a gift from your own home shares a little bit of, I want to say, inner knowledge about you, and also appreciation for the objects that move through our lives. We don't have to hold on to them. Some that, yes, we do. Some we want to hold on to. And other wonderful things are ready for someone else to hold and play with and enjoy. And let us maybe give those gifts and refrain from all the shopping that is calling upon us right now. What would that be like? Hi, I am inside the belly of the whale, as you can see, or the belly of the dinosaur. This place brings my imagination to life because it really is a modern temple of a kind, and yet it's a mall. It's just a mall, but it's built with an ambition and a vision. It's called the Oculus, and it's at the World Trade Center, built after the downing of the towers. So here I am in a modern temple of commercial life. It feels like you're inside the ribcage of a giant animal, but it is called the oculus. Oculus,